Students, we're going to practice the Pythagorean theorem. The first question says the legs of a right triangle measure 30 inches and 40 inches. What is the perimeter of the triangle? Okay, so perimeter is the distance around. We know the lengths of the legs, the two sides that make up the right angle. We just need to find the length of the hypotenuse. Then we can add all three sides together to find the perimeter. So we'll need to use our Pythagorean theorem in order to find the length of the third side. Pythagorean theorem tells us if we know the length of any two sides of a right triangle, meaning a 90-degree triangle there, we can find the length of the missing side. Doesn't matter if it's a leg A, leg B, or hypotenuse. We can find the one that we don't know. Okay, so let's write our formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And when something is squared, has a little 2 for its exponent, it means we multiplied that times itself. Okay, so we know that one leg is 30 inches, so I can put a 30 right here. And the other leg is 40 inches. I'll put a 40 right here. The hypotenuse, I don't know, so I'll just put a question mark there. So let's put 30 squared plus 40 squared equals C squared. Okay, now we have a calculator that will square your numbers for you very easily. And there is an X with a little 2 right here. So if I put 30 and then hit that, it puts 30 squared in the window for me. Hit enter and I get the answer, 900. Plus, let's clear that and put 40 squared. Hit enter and I get 1,600. Okay, so 900 plus 1,600 equals C squared. But I don't want to know C squared, I want to know C. Therefore, I must find the square root of 900 plus 1,600. That will tell me what C is. This is your critical step right here. So let's continue by adding together 900 plus 1,600. And we get 2,500. And that will equal C, the square root of 2,500. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to find the square root of that number on your calculator. What number times itself will give us 2,500? Okay, see this green second key? I'm going to punch that. And then the X squared key that I use to find my square. Up above it is a little radical sign. I call it the checkbox. We want to put that in there. Now we can put the number inside it. 2,500 is inside our checkbox, our radical sign. Let's scroll up here to get out of the box and hit enter. And it tells us, the calculator tells us that 50 times 50 is 2,500. So 50 is the length of the hypotenuse, side C. The hypotenuse is always the longest side on a right triangle. The hypotenuse is always across from your right angle. Okay, the two sides that make the right angle are called the legs. Okay, so now to find our final answer, the perimeter of the triangle, we add these together. 30, 40, and 50. Add those together and we have our answer. 3 times 4 is 7, 7 times plus 5 is 12. Therefore, 120 inches is going to be the perimeter of our right triangle.